All right, what's going on, YouTube? We are back with episode 3 of That's Enchanting.
That is enchanting, Keith.
That's Enchanting. This week we are picking our favorite black enchantment spells from M19, and we are picking our favorite black spells from the rest of Standard. Even though Standard's getting ready to rotate,
Yep.
we're still going to let you know what we like and why we liked it. You ready?
I think I'm ready.
Let's do it!
Let's do it.
Okay, so like I said, we are doing black enchantments. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
I'll go first today.
M19.
Why not? Yep,
M19 first.
It is.
What's your top pick for black M19?
My top pick is because I'm putting a deck together with it, and I know it's already been built. I'm sure I've been told a couple times at work, hey, yeah, somebody's already got that one going. But I don't look. I don't net deck. I put it my own way. So what I chose is Liliana's Contract. It's the 5-drop enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. Oh no, 4 life, whoop-de-doo. But it depends on what part of the game you're in, I guess. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. I like it because it's one of those like, oh shit, I got to really put some stuff together to make this happen, and all you got to do is find a way to get your demons out there. And as you've seen probably on some already built decks or maybe even a deck tech over it, the card that comes to mind for most people is the Arcane Adaptation, which I used already previous decks with other means, with making a bunch of merfolks who are unblockable or pirates that I can beef them up, or even dinos. I did that once. Didn't really pan out for me as much as I wanted to, but I think with this one it's going to pan out a lot better because now you can use any type of creature that you want in your deck, just as long as you can get
and you don't even have to be able to do anything with them.
You don't have to be on the field, and you got to have both these enchantments out there. So this is one I picked because I like it. They're still like, there's a minimal amount, I guess, from my M19 as well on the black artifact or enchantments, but
cast that, play a bunch of 1-drops, win the game.
Yep, throw out your Arcane Adaptation, upkeep, boom, game over. So it's just something fun. I like those kind of setups. That's why I went with that one.
Hopefully, you do have to be able to survive long enough to get the 5-drop enchantment out.
Hopefully my deck that I put together will manage to let that happen for me. We'll see.
And I'm sure as soon as somebody sees the Arcane Adaptation come out and you name demons, they're going to know you're playing.
Yeah, they're going to try to kill that thing real quick.
Yeah.
Better put my hexproofs.
Keep up a counter spell.
Curator's Ward and some other stuff in there. All right, so that's mine.
All right, mine is from M19. I went with, there's only 3 enchantments in black from M19, and one of them sucks. So I went with the other one that doesn't suck. I went with Open the Graves. That is, makes it so that whenever one of your creatures dies, you get to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So you can use that in a lot of different ways. You can have a deck where you benefit from sacrificing stuff so that when you sacrifice something, you get a 2/2 zombie back in return. You could also just use it to, if you're using the mono black zombie deck that everybody's using, you could drop that in at the high end of your curve, and then whenever one of your zombies dies, you get another zombie, and then a lot of those you can return to the battlefield anyway. So lots of different ways you can use it. I thought it was a pretty good card, and it'll probably find its way into Standard decks after rotation, maybe.
Yeah, because we'll lose all the zombies.
Yeah, but sure. Pretty good card. Not too bad. We'll see how it works out in the long run.
Would that work pretty well? I know because certain triggers happen with certain other cards, basic. So, like, if you decided to put that in like a black-red goblin-based deck, and so whenever you sack goblins for, what you do in some of those instances, like what he was playing earlier.
Goblin Trash Master.
Trash Master. You sack a goblin, you get rid of it, you get destroyed artifact, but then you get a zombie because that's out there. Yeah. So that's kind of a cool little twist to how that works out.
Yeah, that would work.
I like it.
Or, like I said, I think its real home is at the high end of the curve in the mono black zombie deck, because you're already getting benefits of all the zombie lords and the anthem effects from things like Liliana's Mastery, and then if those zombies that you've got do die, then you get the 2/2 to replace it. And like I said, a lot of those you can either use one of the creatures that's on the battlefield, like, I can't remember its name. There's a black zombie creature that you can pay 3, exile a creature card from your graveyard, and create a 2/2 zombie. So one of your creatures dies, you create a 2/2 zombie, then you use that ability and create another 2/2 zombie.
Zombie heaven.
Or any of the,
Or
like, Dread
hell.
Wanderer that you can return from your graveyard.
Yeah.
So it dies, you get a 2/2, bring it back, kill it again if you want to. You know,
You need to, or
So-
however, yeah.
a few different uses for it. I thought it was a pretty good card.
Heck yeah, I like it.
What do you got for the other half of standard?
The other rest of standard.
The other rest of
the
it.
other rest of. I went only one set back. There's a lot of enchantments to choose from that I liked from all of standard, but I went ahead and chose Rite of Bell's Enlock. I've got it in the current deck that I had been playing. It's an all mono black deck. It's mostly for Death and Destruction and swinging with big gnarly creatures whenever it happens to.
Yeah, you said
play.
black, death and destruction.
That's perfect, right? So I went with that one. It's the 4-drop Enchantment Saga. As it enters the battlefield, and after your draw step, you put a counter on it. So the first 2 lore counters is create the 2/01 Black Cleric creature tokens. So if they don't die going into the second turn, or back into the third turn, you have 4 of them out there. And then on the third counter, create a 6/6 Black Demon creature token with flying and trample. And at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice another creature. If you can't, this creature deals 6 damage to you. So it can hurt you pretty badly, but it's not horrible that you just got a 6/6 trample flying creature, which anybody hates a flying creature, let alone one that tramples. So it's a pretty fun card, especially if you're building up to you're able to kill creatures or kill or damage your opponent with spells, and you got a 6/6 flyer coming in, and you got all these other little guys to sack. So when I put it together with the deck I had, I already have multiple other types of creatures coming in for sacrifice purposes to kill other creatures. So I had to have the abundance of creatures to be available. So putting that in there made sense to me because I should always have something available. I just liked it because it's like, all right, sweet, 6/6 creature, let's go. So that's
now,
my pick.
Would that work with the other one you used, the Liliana's Contract? Does that count as a demon with a different name? Because it says on there that if you have 4 demons with different names.
I'm going to guess it would still count as a demon, but it doesn't have a name. That's the only thing is it's a demon token. There's no, like a lot of these have names to them,
Yeah.
So that would be, I guess it would count. You'd have to look that one up specifically because it's a demon, yes, and it is different than all the other demons, but it doesn't have a technical name to separate it from the demons. So I don't know.
That's a good question.
Tokens was the other one I was thinking on when I thought about that. I was like, do tokens work? They do because you got a Thopter demon. Obviously it's a demon.
Tell you what, first person that answers that question with a ruling on it and can guarantee that they've got the right answer and we'll look it up.
Yeah.
In the comment section below, I'll send them 2 copies of Rite of Bells and Lock.
It's a good card.
Make you guys do the hard work for us.
Yeah.
So find out if that would count as a demon with a different name in reference to Liliana's Contract, and let us know in the comment section. You'll get yourself 2 copies of Rite of Bells and Lock.
Woo! All right. What you got, man?
I don't know. I just did a giveaway.
Oh, so I should keep talking. No.
No. My other card from the rest of Standard, I didn't go that far back either. I went with Dead Man's Chest.
That's a good one.
And the nice thing about these cards is that everything we're talking about in this particular episode will still be around after rotation. So
Yeah.
maybe you can find a good way to use these cards. I went with Dead Man's Chest. 2-drop, enchant a creature that your opponents control, I think. I don't have the card in front of me. When it dies, that player exiles cards from the top of their library equal to that creature's power. And then you can cast those and use mana as though it were any color. So if you've got, if you're playing black, you've got removal, more than likely. So for a 2-drop, you put that on one of your opponent's creatures before you kill it. And once it dies, then you get a bunch of their cards from their library. And I've had really good results with Dead Man's Chest getting me, spells that are going to help my creatures out or other creatures that I can put on the battlefield. Sometimes it's just plain nasty. It's not fair. But I can see also why this hasn't seen a lot of play, because you might sometimes hit a bunch of lands too. It's not very consistent. And if you're going to build a deck that, is going to be a competitive deck, you need consistency. and you need to, make sure that everything you're playing is doing something when you play it. That's why usually when I would hang on to my Dead Man's Chest until I had a removal spell that I could play at the same time so that I could get value out of the Dead Man's Chest right away.
And so that your opponent doesn't have time to remove it.
Right. So I can understand why it didn't exactly turn into like a really hyped card.
Not a big popular one.
Yeah, but it's fun, especially in a more casual format. It's a fun card to play. You can get some fun stuff with it.
I always like to use it as a not reference, but as an example is Galta, because like it's a 12/12. But could you imagine putting? You say, "Oh, I just got my Galta out there. That's cool. I'll just play this, and then I'll play Walk the
for
Plank
4 mana. You put a Dead Man's Chest on it and Walk the Plank, and you get the top 12 cards of their library.
That's pretty stupid funny, but yes, I'm sure if you had the right setup, you could probably make it happen. And I would probably love to see the video on that if someone had a real time game situation.
Yeah, I've got a mono black. Pretty much just control deck that I play on Arena, and I may add Dead Man's Chest in there, and just see how it plays. Maybe record some videos and post those too.
And that's probably part of it too, because like you can see, like when you're playing here on the table, you know what that does, and you can see that you put their 4 cards that you got from their top of their deck out so you can play them. But what does it look like on actual MTG? Does it, because you know how the setup is on the in Arena, but when you're like, oh, I actually just killed his 5/5 creature, so he mills 5 and lands over there on the side, you can play from.
Yeah.
So it's something you don't always see because it won't happen all the time. It's
right.
Not like your normal routine. Oh, here's my discard pile, here's my exile pile, but now I've got a new one because of this card. So
yeah.
Be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, fun stuff. I like black. It's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
Black, blue. Blue, like I told you last week, I got a love-hate relationship with. Like, I don't like playing against just a deck that's full of counter spells.
Yeah.
And I don't really play blue for the counter spell aspect.
Do you have any creatures in there?
But I think black's probably the same way. I don't like playing against a deck that's just all removal spells.
Yeah, I've played against a couple of decks.
Who built that?
I don't know either.
But, black's fun.
Yeah,
so
good stuff.
Hopefully you enjoyed our top picks. Hopefully you can find a way to use these cards. Let us know if you like them or if you just plain old think they suck. But if you can answer that trivia question I gave a while back about Rite of Bells and Lock, hit us up in the comments section, and I'll send you out 2 copies.
Heck yeah, man.
You got anything else?
By all means, if you guys like some of these decks not decks, but cards we're using as some of our reference points for some of our top picks, or even if you have something built already on some of these, I don't know, maybe they can send us a video, or just tell us what their deck is, and we can do a deck tech for them if that's something they don't do on their end of the spectrum for MTG. I don't have a problem with that. I think it'd be great for them to say, hey, man, I got this deck I put together, and I'd like you guys to put it on there, and I'm like, why not? We'll put their deck on there.
Yeah, for sure. If you've got it online somewhere on Tapped Out or whatever, just send us a link.
Yeah.
And we will give you credit in the video and put out what you got.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and avoid doing, we don't do net decks really.
Yeah, if we catch it, we're just gonna ignore it.
If you're looking for a deck that's in the top 8 of the Pro Tour, you're on the wrong channel. But if you've got something creative that you came up with, let us know. We'll definitely credit you for it and do a deck tech video.
And then trust me, if it's not your own deck, somebody out there will go, yeah, that guy's lying to you. You'll get harassed.
Another thing you could do if you like one of these, top picks on these cards we do, let us know and we can do a deck tech on those cards. If you want to see what my deck looks like with Dead Man's Chest, let me know. We can do a deck tech. No big deal.
Yep.
Got anything else?
That's it, man.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Deuces.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, come down here and press this thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to turn on notifications so that you'll see when we post new content. If you got anything to say, hit us up down here in the comments section. We always love hearing feedback and comments from people that are watching. Let us know what you think. See you next time.